What's up, people? Welcome back to the Startup Founder Roadmap. I'm your host, Coach Chris. Today we have very special guest, Stephan Fair. I hope I'm saying that right. And this is one of the people that is knowledgeable
That's all
about
right. Yeah.
AI, artificial intelligence, technology, all of that good
Oh,
stuff, even
I
leadership
can't
and
hear.
entrepreneurship, which I think are huge. Stephan, welcome to the show.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
So one thing I always ask my guests when I start these off is why should people listen to you? I think it's always good to start the show with like your credibility because they want to hear from these special guests. So I want people to know why they should listen to you and how great you are.
Hmm. Well, so I guess when it comes to technology and the AI space, I started using AI in 2019. So let's say in 2019 I was using LLMs the first time or some childish LLM before OpenAI. And so that was, I guess, 2.5 years before everyone else. So, and I could see. So when, for example, OpenAI came out the first time, I thought like, why is there such a fuss? It's like the worst tool I ever used, and and people were getting crazy because they can kind of talk to it. And I was like, well, you probably can, but it's like super long. It breaks up all the time. Super slow, and the quality of the output is like 10 times worse than what I'm used to since 1.5 years. So this is maybe I would say I started more early, but also I'm before I was like heavily involved with software as a service tools. So the whole software industry is like what I'm doing since I don't know 4 years now or something. Actually more like since 2018. So yeah.
Yeah, so you have that longevity. And I think that's important in this AI space because it's the most popular thing everywhere right now. Like it's everywhere, which I think is a good thing. I like that. But I do think some of the people are jumping into trying to be the spokesperson for it and they don't really have any kind of like resources or results or tools. Um, so I got to ask you this too. When it comes to AI, does it scare you at all in any way? Because you've been in it for years. So does it scare you at all just yet?
Well, the thing what people are scared about now, I was scared about 5 or 6 years ago. And everything which I was scared about played out exactly the way I was scared about. So I'm seeing, but this also means that I have a head start. Not to
Yeah.
everyone. Like you. So let me say something before. There are no real experts in. There are experts in AI, but this is more research. The field
Yeah.
is developing so extremely quickly. Nobody can really keep up. There are some people you could follow on LinkedIn, which their job is to do nothing else than keep an eye on the development in AI and share that with the world. So those are probably the experts where you would need if you really want to know what's the current state and so on. Um, but when it comes, because I have such a head start, I'm now seeing how things are playing out on the positive and the negative side. So there's a lot of positive, a lot of upside, and there's a lot of risk as well. So yeah, I can see both. Yes.
I think that when I talk to normal people, I say normal people like just the people who have no idea in any capacity what AI is. Like they work their regular job or they go to school and they just go home. Like I think those people are going to be really, really far behind when it comes to AI. But then it's people like you and I that are like into it. Like when you say LLM, I know you're talking about learning language model.
Mhm.
Most people have no idea what that is. That's the part that
Mhm.
fascinates me is I think some people's fear of AI is stopping them from even learning about it. They're
Mhm.
so scared. They're like, I got to get away from that. And I think you
Mhm.
should be jumping in now so that
Mhm.
in 10 to 15 years, you know what's going on. I think that would be good.
Well, so first of all, the really scary part about AI is all the people that don't know about it.
Yeah.
Because the really that the thing that actually scares me the most is when I'm telling somebody, when I'm talking about AGI, people are like, what is AGI? You mean AI? No, I mean artificial general intelligence. And AI, which is, by the way, we are this is important. We are half the way now to AGI. So since the launch of ChatGPT in autumn 2022 till today is half the time to AGI has already passed. So if you listen to the real experts in the AI development field, they tell you that AGI is coming by 2026. And this is like right now we are in the middle, in the half. So by 2026, we will have an AI that has human capabilities in
Wow.
intelligence, not just in auto completing text. So we're talking in form of a robot that can do everything a human can do, and that's 1.5 years away. So
Wow.
when I hear that people are pushing this topic away, this is exactly that's the scary part. It would be better if the global population. I made a post yesterday, I believe, where I said there's only one topic the whole world should work on right now, and that is prepare for AGI. Not that this will ultimately be a super horrible scenario, but that we should be way beyond the point where everybody knows what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And I think when it comes to SaaS and software companies, I love what AI is doing in that space too. I love how easy it is for people who don't know how to code, who don't have a bunch of
Mhm.
experience in software to go and make something, because that person could make something that makes all of our lives easier, safer, right? Like
Mhm.
I think about it from that perspective, not just the monetary route. It's like this person could use AI to make something that makes the world a better place, as corny as it sounds. Like, I think
Mhm.
that's very much possible now, you know?
Mhm. Yeah, so so I had this question coming up today is what's the current stand of AI, and what's the current uh, what's happening right now. And what people don't understand is we with GPT-4 we created a system. Modern IQs has a system where for a specific use case for creating blog articles, we're using a GPT-4 level system, and but it's 1,000 times faster than ChatGPT. So what
Man,
that means is with what's currently possible with AI, the current, even if we stop developing AI to be more potent, what we already have right now is the possibility to create systems that where one person can do the job of 1,000 people using ChatGPT. So
that's
1,000
insane.
people that are using ChatGPT, if you max out what AI is able to do today, the maxed out version, this is what we're doing with blog articles. And so that means when you use our system, you can create a blog article in 10 seconds. And with ChatGPT, you would need 4 hours to do the same. So that's a
Wow.
rough 1000x. So what I'm so the risk here, just talking about this quickly, there's an enormous upside, because if a person can be more productive, the whole world has more money in the end, right? We get more wealthy the more work we get done. So there's an enormous upside, but also if one person that doesn't needs more training than a couple of hours can do the job of 1,000 people using
Man,
ChatGPT, by the way. I mean, so we're talking without ChatGPT, you would need 20 hours to create a blog article in the same quality as we do now in 10 seconds. Yeah.
that's insane to think about how much time is being saved. Like, if you're a founder now,
Mhm.
marketing is easier. I think sales is easier. Product development is easier. Everything is just sped up if you
Mhm.
know how to use the tool. So, can you speak to how founders can better use AI to
Mhm.
do product development or marketing or whatever it is? How can founders use AI to improve their business?
So what's happening right now is what's happening right now, and this is the wrong path we're on. Like in certain things we do is like we develop these systems further because we're not nearly using as much potential of the current state. So what we're doing is we're using the maximum potential of the current state of AI. And if you would, so that's why we focus on one-click solutions, right? So, for example, an entrepreneur, a founder who's waiting for the bus somewhere or waiting at the red light, and he has a content idea, something about his company. When you use our tool, you go on a website, he puts in the headline, he presses create, and when he comes home, it's an equivalent of 20 hours work is done. So all you have to enter is a sentence and press one button. So if there's more tools like that created, so this is a very specific use case. It's only for blog articles. But I mean,
Hmm.
with blog articles, you can promote your company really, really well. So it's quite a useful tool. But if we would stop developing AI to be more potent and use its right now capabilities to develop more one-click AI solutions for other tasks, then we can be so much more productive without running very big risks. Like, I mean, we could like I'm seeing a lot possibilities in the content space, but you know what we're doing right now is instead of developing one-click solutions that max out the capabilities, we do something like Copilot,
Mm.
where instead of so what Copilot does is it gives an employee the possibility to create an email 2 times faster. So the email in the whole sales process of that person, the email is 0.5% of his work, or maybe what, I don't know, 5% of his work. So having the job done 2 times faster, you would save 0.25% of the person's work. This is what's happening. And what we could do is eliminate 100% of the task because we can create an AI that takes over the complete process with one click. So
Wow.
so we could be 10,000 times more productive with the current level of GPT-4. Would be totally enough. I mean, even GPT-3 would be enough.
See, that right there is mind blowing to me because
Mm-hmm.
I do think we're still at stage one of even thinking about how we can use AI. It's always about content or something like that. Whereas me, I wanted to get to the point where I can give the AI a prompt to build an entire app, and they go and build that with all the
Mm-hmm.
pages, all the workflows, with all the
Mm-hmm.
functionality. That's like
Exactly.
next level to me. That's what I think we need to get to. Because again, you have so many things you can make and just try and figure out. And I think that's how you really get to that next level is trying those different things and that kind of evolution. Um,
Mm-hmm.
what do you think is holding us back from getting there? Do you think it's the focus or is it just timing?
It's in my opinion, it's the focus. I see this everywhere. It doesn't really matter. I used to get mad at dating apps because the worst dating app which takes the most amount of your data, Tinder, right? Used to be the most popular one. Then people are using WhatsApp, but there is like plenty way better alternatives. So it's like I think it's human nature that we see something new and then it's just like petrol in a car, right? There used to be we could have had way better systems long time ago, but what we usually do is like we have a problem and we find something that kind of does the job better. I think one of the bottlenecks right now is that people are, there's so many new apps. Which one should I choose? I'm using
Yeah.
ChatGPT, I'm used to it, but they don't realize how much work every instance or every output they do with ChatGPT, how much work it actually is. It's you maybe because they are really happy. They're really like, I'm so efficient. I'm like, I'm getting 4 times the amount of work done. What they miss out on is there's this other guy who gets 400,000% of the work done, and that's
That
the
right
guy
there.
who's so this is so just to let that this is the specialized AI solution, a specialized solution that can do one job extremely fast, extremely good. And we're not talking about fast. The quality is like 10 times higher than you can have it with ChatGPT. Yeah.
Wow. So I
Yeah.
need you to talk about that a little more because I think when you say 400 times the work, most people are going to say, I don't believe it. So I need
Mhm.
you to explain that a little more. Like, what's this platform and can founders go and use it?
Mhm. So, you know what? I give you an example which is maybe more relatable to people instead of blog articles. Let's say you need to write an email in your job. With ChatGPT, you're 400% faster. So you write 4 emails in the time where you used to write one. With our system, we have an we have an idea generator. So let's say you need to have ideas for emails and then you need to write them. Okay, the idea generator, you need to put in your topic. For example, I don't know. So like for example, your email marketing campaign or whatever. So you put in one sentence and then it creates categories and then it fills the categories for your
Oh,
topic with
wow.
headlines, with ideas. So 2 minutes later, you have 500 content ideas for emails. And then you just copy the content idea, paste it into the other app, and it creates the email in one click. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. Right? And
Wow.
this is how this is the difference between so on the one hand side, you have this guy who's writing his email by hand, and he's kind of getting laughed at from the guy who's using ChatGPT and is 4 times faster. And then there's this other guy, and he's copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, right? So, and this is
Man.
like the speed you can create an email in 5 seconds. The other guy with ChatGPT needs 10 minutes. So
Wow.
yeah, and this is what we do with blog articles, and we have another app which is not that good yet, which is creating 30 social posts with one click, and that's creating the text, the hashtags. It's creating an image by AI, and then it's taking your branding as an overlay. So let's say you have your YouTube red as a branding. So it's putting the red over the image, and then it's putting your headline from the YouTube image on top of
Wow.
the image, and then it's putting your logo. So it's automating all this work, and all you enter is like startup challenges as your main topic, and you press create, and then it's creating 30 posts, texts,
Wow.
images, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that's insanely valuable, man. And thinking about that, my first thought was if I was an author, right? Like if I'm
Mm-hmm.
an author, having this at my disposal would be incredible. Not only can you
Mm-hmm.
write the book faster, you can make
Mm-hmm.
all your marketing assets faster.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can present the book faster. Like everything just sounds way faster and more efficient. And I think one of the complaints about faster tools like the one you're describing is quality. How can you address the quality kind of problem that people have with this stuff? Because I myself have seen people that take the chat GPT or the AI content and then they post it and it doesn't do too well because the quality just isn't all that good.
Mm-hmm. So I give you a counter question. How are you going to manually do quality? It's not really possible. I mean, you can spend a lot. The only thing you can do to manually create quality is spend a lot of time. Well, if you have an automation, you can automate quality. So, for example, when you create a blog article, you should have one big headline, the H1. Then you should have the smaller ones, H2, and then the small ones, H3. So this is called the headline structure with blog articles. And people, most bloggers, I think, do, but it still takes time. It
Yeah.
so this if you say this is the main headline, this is the sub headline, this is the H3, it's if you don't do this, you don't your quality is lower, right, from the blog article, but you can
Yeah.
automate this. And the thing is, when it comes to Google ranking, it's Google has a lot of things which is looking
Oh,
for,
it's too many. It's too many. Google
like
is insane with
many.
that.
And the thing is, you don't really you never really can do this. This is why people are doing this and that and maybe this when but then you could do hundreds of things to get the quality almost perfect. And we are automating them. So it's like you can't really have the same quality if you do it by hand. It's just impossible.
Yeah, I agree because I think with AI having access to all the words, all the stories, all the examples, just more information and research than you, it seems like it will be impossible to write better than AI. Like you could
Mhm.
write more as a human, I guess you would say, with adding in certain mistakes or fallacies or issues, whatever you want to call it. But I find it hard to believe that I'm going to write better than AI. Like I don't think. Again, I've been in AI stuff maybe a year and a half now, and like every day into the stuff. But I only look at it for content creation and podcasting. Whereas now that I'm using it for more writing, I'm like, this thing is very advanced, and
Mhm.
I'm not. I don't think that you should always take all of it and then post it as your work. I do believe
Mhm.
that if you're writing a book or something like that, I definitely
Mhm.
think you should take the time to break up the content, to switch things up, make some alterations and all of that, so that it's more of your writing, right? Put more of your
Mhm.
personality into it. But I don't believe you're just gonna make the best possible writing anymore. I don't know, man. That's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. Look, so just as an example, when you gave me this last question, what also could have happened is, um, let's assume in the after edit, I am taking the video and I'm creating automatically by with AI creating the transcript, and then I'm asking my AI to answer this question. So I gave you an answer before, and I think it was quite okay. But the thing is, if you after edit this and ask AI, it can take the context of our whole episode till that point, and it can take the context of everything what you do, your products, your your skills, everything you have published and is somewhere in a database accessible for the AI. It can take to answer this question, and it would probably come up with something way better than I just answered, right?
Yeah.
I'm actually developing systems like those for myself right now, or actually I'm already using them, and we're probably going to get them onto the platform as well. But what I'm saying is, you can't really beat. I mean, a system that takes instantly takes 10,000 pages of text about you
Ooh.
to answer one simple question.
You can't beat that. That's not even comparable. Like it would take
Yeah,
you forever to read those 10,000 pages. It's just not. So, man,
yeah.
I love where AI is going. Last question before we get out of here. Do you think there's something that founders should be watching out for when it comes to AI? Like anything around intellectual property or with legalities and stuff like that? Like how far are you thinking ahead when it comes to AI right now?
So here I'm gonna do some advertising now. Our system, we got inspired by Mr. Beast, and we're trying to get the price down. Right now, everybody who is using our system gets one free blog article per month. And that is already very good in the eyes of Google if you blog at least once a month. But what we're trying to do is get this down to get this up to 10. So that you 10 times a month you can create a blog article that is plagiarism checked, which is very expensive right now. This is one of the issues holding us down, and like does all the automation, and you can use it from your phone. With the next platform, which we're launching this or next week, you don't even need to create an account. You just go on Modern IQs, enter the headline of your blog article, press enter your email so we can send it to you, press create, and when you look the next time, you have the then you just need to copy all the content from the email, paste it on your website, publish, or you should check. Yeah, but so watch out for one-click solutions and actually demand one-click solutions. We should demand, if we demand something like Copilot, we'll get something like Copilot and we'll be more productive, but we'll be like 20 times 20% more productive, or maybe 100, but not 1,000x.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
watch
think
out for
that
one-click solutions, I would say.
people are gonna love that 400,000 point that you made. Just the productivity, like founders are obsessed with productivity and saving time, moving faster, and all that stuff. So I know that I know this episode is gonna do well. I'm super excited for it. Stephan, thank you for being here. Thank you for being a great guest. Where can people find you and work with you?
I'm like basically everywhere, obviously, because we're automating almost everything. So you can find Modern IQs on TikTok. You can find me, Stephan Fair, on LinkedIn. You can find Modern IQs on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on YouTube. But mostly, I would suggest everybody to, especially like next week and the week after, go on the Modern IQs website and create once a month, create your blog article for free and be present in the eyes of Google. Yeah.
All right, man. That sounds good. Thank you again for being such an amazing guest.
Thank you for having me. Yeah.